ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Medicom MAFEX action figure review on the DC Comics The Dark Knight Returns Batman. Try and get your MAFEX figures, you can do so.
Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
Dark Side Toys is a store for you. Link below. And while you're down there, please go ahead and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. This thing looks pretty awesome already. I've seen quite a few images online. Anyway, on the side right here, you can see the Batman figure right there. It says The Dark Knight Returns. And then on the back, you get some nice looking product shots over here. Here's different face sculpts. And then on this side right over here, you can see the Batman figure. And then on the top, you can see how the window creeps up over there. Not much more at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. So here's all the accessories that we get with the Dark Knight Returns Batman. Aside from the 2 head sculpts, we get 5 pairs of interchangeable hands, we get 8 batarangs, and then you get your MAFEX stand right over here, which has the larger clamp. You gotta be careful with these things. They will break, however, they are still my favorite stands. I gotta say, these batarangs look dope. I love this silver paint. That looks really good, and they're all identical to each other, so there's no variations between these batarangs or anything. They do look awesome. You get wide open hands right here with the figure. You also get, I believe these are more like cape grabbing hands. I don't know, or I'm getting my butt kicked hands, I don't know. And then you have these grabbing hands right over here. If you want them to grab the batarangs, you can have each one in between each finger and thumb, so that's really cool. So that looks really badass. You know, sometimes they have hands like this. I think Mezco's hands, you know, have the batarangs built in, but, you know, I like having them removable like this. This is very cool. I like these. Then I believe these are like cape grabbing hands. I don't know. There's like, these are like fisted hands where you can actually like sneak something in there. It's kind of weird, you know, putting a batarang in there, so I assume these are more for like grabbing the cape. I'm not sure. But then you get these also just regular fisted hands. I really like the details that we're seeing in all of these. So very cool hands. Just be mindful that when you're porting these on, you want to make sure you push down all the way, like right there. That's not really in there all the way. And yeah, there you go. These are made out of a pretty soft material, so it's easy to work with. Now, I do love both of the head sculpts that came with this figure. However, each of them have their own little paint defects. As you can see, there's just a tiny speck of flesh color paint over the cowl right over there. That bothers me. Nice wrinkles right over here on the forehead, though, and I like the huge chin. Little tiny stain right there on the chin. You know, tiny little things like that. But I like the flesh tone, and I really like the sculpt. That is so dope. I really like this a lot. But I think I like the other one a little bit more. This one does seem to just, I don't know, it just makes me a little happier seeing this head sculpt right here. This is awesome. But again, a tiny little thing. There's extra black paint in the eyepiece right there, and that bothers me. But I love the sculpted wrinkles. The teeth look great. Again, I like the flesh tone and the wrinkles on the mouth. The sculpt throughout on these heads just look amazing. You can see the plastic part right over here of the cape that comes inward, and we get this nice texturing throughout on the figure. I really love that. That looks so good. All those little lines and everything just look fantastic. I'm really happy with that. And then you get to the gloves right over here, looking pretty nice. Nice wrinkles in there as well. The bat logo looks really good right here. You can see a little bit of black paint shading right here over the gray. You can see that on the arms right here too. So I really dig that a lot. Nice paint detail right here on the belt. And here's looking at the other arm. If you lift the cape up right here, you can see all that big back bat muscle right there, looking great. So there you go. You get your bat butt. Nice wrinkles on the legs as well. And, you know, you can see all the joint stuff right there. That does always irk me just a little bit, but, you know, I've gotten used to it. Especially on the front of the figure, you know, this doesn't look bad. They did keep the texturing up and everything right here, and I like these boots. I like how stocky he looks, man. Just a bruiser of a Batman. He's got the little boot heel things right over here. No peg holes at the bottom of the feet, but we do get, you know, some copyright stuff and everything down there. And as far as this cape goes, I absolutely love it. You get a wire that comes all the way out, but it just stops right here. Unfortunately, it does look a little tattered right here on the ends just a little bit. That does bother me some, and you can see it a little bit right over here too. So that does irk me, but I like how thick this cape is. I don't know, it's like it only has the wires in the front, but this material is strong enough where I feel like I can move it around. It's just very easy to play with and everything, and I like all the little spikes and everything. I really dig this cape a lot. So I really like the articulation on this figure a lot. Both heads will move up the same amount, so you can see that the Batman will look up that much and down, and you do get good head pivoting, and of course it can turn side to side, even though it does run into the plastic portion of this cape. And then again, we have these bendy wires right over here on the edges, which I really like a lot. You have butterfly joints that move forward and back, and they can shift up and down. Shoulder joint moves outward that much. You can move in all the way, rotate a full 360 as long as you don't get in the way of the cape. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. The wrist turns side to side and hinge up and down or horizontally, depending on how you have it configured. And then you do have a diaphragm joint right here that turns side to side. You get diaphragm pivot. You'll crunch forward quite a bit right there at the diaphragm and back quite a bit, a little gappy. And then the waist turns side to side. You get some waist pivot, and with both joints moving forward, he will crunch that much and back that far, and then you get hips that move outward very far, and these do drop down some, so you can kick forward very far as well, back all the way. You get an upper thigh cut right there, double jointed knees, and then the ankles do move down, they move up, rotate side to side, beautiful ankle pivot and toe articulation. And to measure out this Batman figure, you can see that he is standing at about 6 3/4 inches tall. And then for a Dark Knight Returns Batman figure comparison, we have the Mattel's Dark Knight Batman, and then we have the Dark Knight Returns Batman from Mezco, and I think this might be my new favorite one. He is just a little bit shorter than the other two, but close enough in size where it doesn't really bother me, and the ease of posing this around and the aesthetics and everything, I think I'm liking this one the most. And then for your MAFEX Batman figure comparison, we have the Dark Knight Returns version next to the Hush version right here, but I do like this one more. Yeah, it's just, I like the bulkier Batman. I feel like this one could have been bulkier, not as big as this one, but still, bulkier Batman, and then the cape issue right over here, which I do not have with this one. And then here's Batman next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Badass Spider-Man. Ooh, I like this cape. Can we snuggle? Bat fart. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell if you're new here. And a big thank you to all these people over here that hook it up via the Tron. If you're interested in the daily perks and you want to support this channel, check it out, link in the description below. And this figure is dope. I know I'm very late to reviewing it. A lot of people have reviewed it before me, but I don't care. I love this thing. This is an awesome Batman figure. This may be one of my top 3 favorite Batman figures of all time. I really dig this. It's one of my favorite looks. My three favorite being the classic, the Hush, and this version right here, not described in their order of appearance, but I love this figure, man, and at the price point of around $95, which I know is steep, I'm giving it a Sud rating of... And this figure just really delivers on all the points that I want to see from an action figure. My biggest complaints are just the minor QC issues around the eyes. That bothers me some. On each of the head sculpts, I have just tiny minor QC issues, but they are minor, and all the big aspects of this figure just work out really well for me. So I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see the latest in action figure news, you can find it all over at toynewseye.com, and if you want to follow me over on social media, you can catch me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, and I will catch you guys later. Peace!
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face is hit my shot, your face is hit my shot, your